80% of British managers overstate their productivity,
Mhm.
which is an interesting statistic. One of the problems that we particularly have in the UK is one hand of overconfidence. As an industry, we're not actually either facing up to or aware of the actual what's so. So again, as part of this real-time data conversation, yes, it's about adoption, yes, it's about confidence, but it's also about standing in, accurate information about what we are collectively producing.
With people, we want to keep them efficient, we want to keep them engaged, and we want to have them connected to the entire process. When we look at product, we're always looking at quality, we're making sure it's on time, we're making sure it's appropriate use of resources. And that can also mean that you're making things to order as opposed to a lot of things into stock. You're responding to the consumer demand now of higher and higher levels of personalization, and manufacturers needing to respond to this and be more and more flexible and effective in what they're doing, which lead us into, of course, the process as a whole. When we are looking at improving productivity, what we're really looking at is people want confidence in the process. They want to know that it will deliver efficiently, effectively, equal quality every time, that the people are doing the same job and it's going to deliver the same results. And that confidence in the process is what Total Control Pro can also really deliver. This is what's happening, really happening. This is where your product is at any one point in time. Connect to supply chains. The customer could, if the client enabled it, look on the system and go, where is my order at right now in your factory? And that starts to deliver confidence in the whole delivery. So that's really what we're about. Call ourselves at the sweet spot between people, product, and process, where you can really identify all the interactions and start to implement some smarter analytics and then some smarter decisions to improve your productivity. The promise of Industry 4 is not computers testing and running data. The promise of Industry 4 is overall, we are learning how to utilize the limited resources that we have left on the planet more effectively, more efficiently, to deliver a better way of life for everybody. Not just in the products we create, but in the work environment in which we create them.
We talk about it in the UK about the productivity puzzle. Now, the reality is that we are 35% below our economic counterparts in terms of what we produce versus what we put in. And it's a real challenge. So we've got these leading organizations that are out there in the front, the ones that you probably see in the media, the Siemens, the forward thinkers, the early adopters. But the challenge is that we have this long tail of manufacturers that the reality is that they're dealing with very old legacy systems and an approach to the manufacturing process. Very traditional, very paper-based, and probably about as technical as they get is using Excel. And kind of having this conversation, Jake, in terms of saying, look, don't talk to us about Industry 4. We're just about getting our head around Industry 2. It's how to bridge this gap. And I'll be straight with you, it's a failing of the technology industry. Those manufacturing owners that, figuratively speaking, are wiping the oil off their hands, listening to these kind of conversations, that we aren't having those guys adopt smarter technology for smarter manufacturing. And that's our commitment. If somebody can browse the internet, plug something into a USB port of a computer, then that is the extent of the technical expertise that they need in order to adopt this conversation.
We're looking at the much smarter factory operations, where you have systems that are tracking what's going on without very much interference, visual tracking, smart scanning, wearable technology, all able to play a part in having this fully engaged workforce. Really, capturing as well that knowledge that is on the shop floor. This is what they tell us to do, but this is what we actually do to have it come out and deliver on time. And as a lot of the workforce getting older and looking at retirement, capturing the intelligence of those workforce is really important. We have a fully connected supply chain. So resources are ordered when they're required. They can be made as needed. And ultimately, the consumer of the end product is directing and getting the highly personalized exact product that they asked for. We talk about really engaging workforce. We have that, smart decision makers on the shop floor, able to operate autonomously to ensure that they are playing the game of productivity inside their organization, along with the managing directors and the CEOs. It's a unity connected process, as opposed to at the moment the shop floor down there and then the finance and management system up there. For us, I think, it is that expansion of just, knowing what's going on and being able to, when you know it, when you can see it, you can shift it. Our light product coming out in October, we really see the opportunities for this as being, multiple and multiple industries. And actually, I think it will be fun for us to really see who can come up with the most innovative use of it, and get the feedback of how it's actually being used and integrated. It's almost that we will be having a platform that people can adjust to suit anywhere there's a process, people, or product. It could be a data product, it could be an intellectual product. Wherever that's in place, they can really see something. I mean, already we've started to develop into maintenance, which may seem kind of, it's a simple step from manufacturing, but maintenance management. One of our new projects is, tracking that machine data, that machine information, but the performance of specific motors. And when you look at that, the electricity cost of a failing motor starts to go up quite quickly. And for one of the clients we're working on, if we can save and look at the economical time for replacing their motors as opposed to when they fail physically, savings are looking to be around £400,000 a year of pure energy costs. That's a simple sidestep really from manufacturing to maintenance. But beyond that, we've got some inquiries from exciting companies making all sorts of interesting things, or just running processes that they need to have better eyes on what's going on.